Most people assume that getting into wood turning requires dropping a small fortune on a massive, industrial-grade machine that takes up half the garage. But then you run into something like this 14 by 40-inch benchtop unit, and it makes you rethink that whole idea. It is surprisingly capable for its size. You get a solid 40 inches of space between the centers, which is honestly plenty of room for turning table legs or even some decent-sized spindles without feeling cramped. The steel headstock feels sturdy enough that it doesn't just dance around the workbench the moment you put a chisel to the wood. That is a big deal because vibration is usually the enemy of a clean finish. Now, it is running on a 370-watt motor, which is about half a horsepower. Look, it is not going to power through a massive, unbalanced log of green oak like a professional-grade floor model would, but for standard furniture parts or smaller bowls, it handles the load just fine. You can hear the motor working, but it stays consistent. What really helps is the speed control. You have 4 settings to play with, ranging from about 900 up to 2500 RPM. Switching between them is straightforward, and having that range means you can start with a rough shape at a lower speed and then crank it up for that final, smooth sanding pass. The base is reinforced with alloy, which does a decent job of keeping things planted. It is not heavy enough to be completely dead silent, but it is stable enough that you aren't constantly fighting the machine. One thing that is actually pretty helpful is that it comes with a starter kit. You get a few chisels, a faceplate, and the basic tools you need to get going. Are these the highest-end chisels on the market? No, they are definitely entry-level, and you will probably want to upgrade them eventually as you get more comfortable with your technique. But for someone just starting out, having them in the box means you can actually turn something the same afternoon you set it up. If there is a downside, it is that the plastic handle on the tensioning mechanism feels a little bit cheap compared to the rest of the build. It does the job, but it is the one spot where you can tell they were trying to keep the price point accessible. Still, for the footprint it takes up and the versatility it offers, it is a solid little workhorse. It is not trying to be a professional production machine, but for a home shop or a hobbyist looking to get into turning without breaking the bank, it hits that sweet spot between performance and price. It is a capable, honest machine that gets the job done.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.